Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be using ZZ Design Clear Stamps Modern Scrapbook Moments in Time and the coordinating dies. Really excited about this. And I'm going to be using some elements from the Lawn Fawn, again, having the stamps and also the coordinating dies. And then lastly, from Michaels, I will be using from their Recollections paper pad. I don't know how old this is, so I don't know if they still have it in the store, so I apologize, but I had to use it. And of course my Copics. So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and get out of the way is the actual Polaroid. I've been really into this whole look on cards, so you're definitely going to see more of this concept, maybe not necessarily more of this die and stamp set, but I mean, maybe you will, but also just the whole vibe. So I will be using my Memento Tuxedo Black for all the black ink because I will be using alcohol markers like the Copics. So this is usually one of the best most card makers would recommend when coloring with alcohol markers. So I double stamped that, and now I'm just trying to find what sentiment is going to work best in this little area. And I think I ended up picking We Rock or something like that, and I thought it was really fitting for the type of animals that I will be using. I thought it was kind of cute. So just getting that in the center of the Polaroid there, and then rubbing my finger on it just to get that film off of it from the manufacturing. It's always good to do that with your new stamps. You just want to make sure you season it, and that way you get a good impression. Not always, but you're not always going to get a good impression, but it does help a lot when you do that. So again, just stamping that up and then going ahead and applying it to my image, and then I'm gently pressing on that so that way I don't blow out the letters. Oh, and it says We Kind of Rock. I thought that was so cute. So the die set comes with the die that cuts out the Polaroid, and then you'll see here in a moment that it also comes with a smaller square to cut out the inside. So I just taped that down so it didn't move, and then ran that through my Big Shot, and it cut out perfectly. Now this next part, kind of jumping ahead here, but this next part I'm going to end up using a template. So I'm going to use that die that cuts out that center of the Polaroid. Oh, I can't say that today, because I thought it was going to help me align that die in the center, because I didn't want to have to redo all of it. Well, you'll see here in a second that nope, it did not. I didn't do a good job centering it. I think I was, well, I know I was slightly off. So I had to end up trimming it out, and you'll see that here in a second. So, but this is actually really useful, or a good tip when you don't want to have to, accidentally misplace your die. So I would highly recommend just to cut out the template and then help that align. So you can see that I got it off. I think it might have moved. I'm not sure what happened. I thought for sure I had that aligned. So I'm assuming it just moved when I was transferring it from my table to my Big Shot. So here I'm just using my Cricut knife blade to help trim it out. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and start coloring. I end up using my Copics, as I mentioned earlier. I don't have the list of the ones that I used. If you can zoom in and try to see it. I zoomed in through editing, so when it does that, it gets a little bit blurry, so I do apologize about that. I forgot to write it down, and I don't have it. But anyways, I have to admit, I was pretty impressed with my coloring skills in this card, because normally I don't color really well. I never really got into coloring. But I have to admit, I really loved how that bear turned out and my little bunny. I just think it was so super adorable. So anyways, yeah, I think I did a pretty good job considering. And then once I got all of those pieces colored, I went ahead and die cut them all out. And I thought I needed a cloud to add it to the the background to it. So the cloud does come with the lawn fawn. No, it does come with, it comes with the lawn fawn set, and I'll be sure to link everything below in the description. I can't remember the name of it. And again, I'm using my Memento because I want to do a little bit of coloring, or shading rather, on this cloud. So that's why I'm using that. And then I'm just trying to re-stamp it just because I didn't get the best impression. I normally don't steer away from my Misty. I absolutely need my Misty because I can never get things aligned. I wish that was my superpower in crafting, is to align and center things, but that's just, I don't have that superpower. So here I'm just adding some blue to the clouds just to give it a little bit of a, I don't know, a little bit of extraness to the cloud. So I'm using vellum. This is from the Stamp Market. It's super thick. I absolutely love it. It's one of the best vellums I've ever dealt with. So highly recommend it. Again, from the Stamp Market. I'll list it below. So I'm just cutting it out so that way I can use my large die from that stamp set and die set to cut out the vellum, because I wanted kind of a cloudy look, and you can see there in the upper right that it kind of gives that look to it. So for my panel, I'm bringing back that paper pad, and I'm going to be using the this peach with the gold foil stars. Oh my God, you guys, this made a world of a difference. So here I'm just trying to determine, do I want a white offset, or do I want this to be my entire panel? And I ended up choosing to do that as an offset. So I cut the panel, I believe I cut it 3 3¾ by, no, I cut it 4 by 5¼ and then I had like an 1/8 inch offset. So because I want to add a foam tape to the panel, I went ahead and just used my double-sided tape. I got this thing for free with my scrapbook.com order, and I actually really like it. It's pretty nice, but it is off-centered in the roll. I don't know if they intentionally did that, but you have to adjust for that. But regardless, it still is pretty nice, and it goes on pretty smoothly. So I'm just adding the tape around the perimeter of it, and then of course in the center just to reinforce that. And here you'll see that, oh crap, I did not want it to go there. And well, yep, I'm committing to it because I couldn't get it up. And actually, I don't think it looks too terrible. So then I'll just add some of my foam panels that I made by myself. I had to trim it down because it was a little bit too large for the panel itself. So I just used my nonstick scissors that I got from either Michael's or Hobby Lobby to trim it down. And of course, I'll use that foam strip on something else. So I don't ever discard any of that, because that could be really useful. And then I'm just going to add my foam panel to my panel, and then I will add my panel to the card base, which by the way, I scored it at 5.5 because we are doing an A2 card size, so which is a 5.5 by 4¼ So I'm just adding some of my art glitter glue to the Polaroid, and then I'm going to be adding the vellum to the back of that. And I use my magnet to help hold down that vellum, because every time I tried to put it on there, it kept on moving on me. I'm telling you, if you don't have a glass mat, get one. It is super helpful when it comes to Cricut crafting as well as card making. So here I'm just adding some foam tape to provide some additional dimension. I think I use a thinner foam tape for this because the foam panel that I homemade is a little bit thick, so I don't want to add too much of dimension just because for mailing purposes, right? Although I don't know if I'm ever going to give up this card, because this is my absolute favorite card I have ever made, hands down, for sure. Okay, so I decided I wanted my cloud to go kind of off the Polaroid, so I went ahead and just used my smaller guillotine paper trimmer. Absolutely love using this little guy, and I thought, okay, that looks good, looks more professional. So now it's just a matter of assembling, adding some foam tape, and just placing it onto the card. And you guys, as I mentioned before, I love this card. I am going to make more cards. In fact, as we speak, I have made an order with scrapbook.com, and I don't know if it's theirs or who it I'll be sure to bring it to the channel. And they're woodland creatures like a deer and a rabbit. And oh my God, it's more for spring, but oh, so cute. But here it is. Here's my finished card. And when I was looking at it, I thought, you know what? I just need a little extra something. I didn't want to add too much glam to this. So I thought, let's just make the butterfly stand out a little bit better. So I ended up using one of my sequins to give a little bit of a shine, because maybe they're looking at the butterfly and they're like, oh, shiny moment, you know? I don't know. But anyways, I just thought it absolutely needed it. And I think that it really made a difference. Maybe that's just me, but I was happy about it. So here officially is the finished card. And you guys just love it. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think. All right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next card or craft video. Bye.